It's a little tricky, this journey of jealousy and monogamy, and the two often have a lot to do with each other, is a tricky one to talk about. There's the aspect I'd like to talk about is some seekers, I want to give them a little bit of a warning. It's easy to get the idea around Tantra, okay, this is about non-monogamy, and some schools of Tantra will suggest that, and some won't. Even though if it's a fixed mindset thing you have, if you're on the Tantric path, you are going to be breaking through it. Otherwise you're not actually on the path. There's a little trick I've seen some minds do with this, especially guys, but I've seen girls do it too, is, okay, so I don't, monogamy, ownership of the other is a lie, it's not true, it's good to live into trying to appreciate that, and instead they try and live to force that, and have a shallow encounter with the lover, and whoops, as soon as it feels like it's getting some depth, go, oh my God, I could get into monogamy here, and reacting against it almost like it's a sin, and trying not to go there. This isn't intelligent. The fact of life at that point is you have an urge to monogamy, you have an urge to the closeness with this one, you have an urge to try it the culture's way, an urge to be a good boyfriend, have a good girlfriend. In which case, please do it. There is great learning available within some years, can be even the whole child-rearing years kind of time period that I did. There's beautiful learning in intimacy, closeness, loving. You can say the trip of monogamy is learning to love one person, which is a huge task. A lot of people can very easily love the whole planet, or love all Americans, or love all whatever. But to really love one person, to really relate to them as they are in your truth, one definition of love. If you're really going to do that, or if you could take on that journey, you have to go to some depth with them. And you may end up feeling very owned, and very owning of them. And whatever awareness you can hold there of the truth that you don't, that will help you. Because the next stage of your learning, once you've found the depth, once you've found the intimacy with someone, is to start getting into the truth, discover the understanding here, that this love I have with Jane isn't Jane and my love. We have this together. It's my love that I feel. I can only feel the love I have, and I'm bringing here. And the intimacy I find and I have, it's my intimacy. And we come to learn that I move with my intimacy, with my capacity with love. And at that point, then we can look at breaking the illusions of monogamy, getting through the illusions of relationship, and getting more down to the truth of it. But don't use the idea of, Tantra is about non-monogamy to escape depth and connection and love, especially if you feel you have a strong draw to it. If your days are filled with visions of the perfect beloved, you've got to go look for it out there. You have to. As long as you're in the urge that it's out there, go look. When you've had the learning of that and you find, it isn't, and I managed to make every woman into my mother, then deeply into the work on that. Get through your stuff with your mother. Then you find, okay, so I've learned all that, and I found out now I can love you. Then go into, okay, now if my love is not about owning, and my love is my capacity for love, what do I now want to do with it? Where do I want to take it? That's the process of growing.